Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Miss Madge Crafters channel. I wanted to come on. It's just a little drive, chit-chat drive, to thank all of my subscribers for being who you are. That's how I'm going to say it. For being who you are. And understanding that I had the Michael's grab bags type things that I was doing them one at a time, so you guys had several different videos you guys were getting that were like snippet videos, like 5 minutes, instead of having a whole bunch of 15-minute videos or something. Let me know, do you like it better like if I do the shorter videos of maybe 5 to 8 minutes, or 20, 30 minutes, because, I do the Michael's grab bags, or even like a Dollar Tree haul. I will tell you, I have a huge, and I'm not exaggerating, huge Dollar Tree haul. So that one, I will tell you, will be long, and you don't want to miss it. I'm just saying. I was going to do it yesterday, but life got in the way. I'm a little chipper today. I'm a little better today than I was for the last 2 days. That's why you really hadn't seen any new videos like you've seen, like my Michael's videos that I had recorded one day, for most of them. And there's a reason. So I'm going to give you some updates on what's going on in my family, meaning my husband's grandma and my uncle, and we will go from there. First and foremost, I want to thank a couple of people, because when I ask questions, and you guys know who you are, like if I ask a question on a video, there are some people that actually go and look it up, which I could do that myself, but I really appreciate when I ask the question and somebody answers it. I just think, and I know that you guys are watching the whole video, which is awesome, and thank you for that. Oh, cop. That's all I need is get a ticket in the morning. So the update is on January 5th, you guys knew I had bad news, good news on January 5th. So 2 days ago, I had bad news, good news again. Okay, so on January 5th, my uncle had a stroke, and he was not doing good. They had emergency surgery to get the blood clot. They did get the big blood clot, but he was still getting bleeds and other things, so they gave us 72 hours for him to live, and he wasn't getting any better. Now, when I say getting any better, you guys probably know what I'm about to tell you. 2 days ago, I had just found out, 2 days ago, he had passed away. Like, I got a text from my dad saying that my uncle had passed away. And I was devastated. They weren't going to do a funeral and stuff, or because of COVID and the viewing. That same night, I got told the same thing, but my dad said they're going to do some kind of viewing for like 25 people, mostly family, just to say goodbye. Like, there would be no, like, I had to call and go, why? Because Dad's like, he looks bad. Well, it's because his request is that he did not want a big funeral. He just wanted to be cremated, and then when everything got okay, he wanted to celebrate us, to celebrate his life, and not more. And did find out a couple other things that I did not know to where it made it worse on me, I guess. I wasn't ready to hear some of that stuff. So I did a message for my best friend, and she waited up until, because I had told her that I needed to talk to her, but I was going to bed. Like, if she was up when I had Zach, that she would, if she could call so I could talk to her. And I didn't expect her just to wait up all night, and she did, and I do appreciate it. But she stayed up all night, difference in time zone, and waited until she talked to me that morning, and she helped me a little way. I got my crying out with her, so then I would be strong for my dad. And I still cried. My husband went with me yesterday, so I got to say my goodbyes to my uncle yesterday. What really devastated me the most, I think, is I've never seen my dad cry. Okay, my dad, just to give you an idea of what my dad would look like, I look almost exactly like my dad. My dad has a beard though, but how big I am, he is bigger than I am, like, and he's like 6'4". So my dad's a big dude, and to see a big dude like cry really got me. And I didn't think about it until I was talking to my friend, and she's like, that's his little brother. And I didn't, it's, you had to do something for your little brother, it was just horrible. But there was about 50 people, but they went through, like, we had a line, everybody had to wear masks, you couldn't stand around, they just did like a line, and you said your goodbye, you went on, and you went outside. So it is different than what it would be for COVID. So that was the bad news, and it hit the same time as this news did. So it's really weird that the thing that happened on January 5th with my uncle is the same time I found out about Jamie's grandma coming home, that came home. Now this is weird, is that, my uncle passed away, and then that same day, like, I found that out, and then Jamie comes home and tells me that grandma's doing great, and the nurse told her in 2 weeks that she would be off of oxygen. This nurse is so amazed, because Jamie's grandma is, I think, 82 years old, and she is doing better than a 40 and 50-year-old people are dealing with COVID, after COVID. She is thriving. Jamie told me that same day that, like, the nurse don't need to see her for like 3 months. That's how wellness is doing. Jamie said that, because I won't go near grandma yet, and I won't have Zach because of the germs and her still immune system being low. She's always asking where my granddaughter and my grandson is, talking about Zach and I. So Jamie has to sit for a couple hours, and she asks a whole bunch of questions, how Zach's doing, all that. So she's got her mind back and everything, and which is awesome. But Jamie told me that day she was grandma. She wasn't slushed around like she was sick. She was up, alert, and everything else. I will tell you guys this though. One thing we did not know, because the nurse was there, grandma's not sleeping very well. And you're gonna crap. it's due to COVID. It's called, her sleeping habit is different than what it was before. They're calling it COVID sleep. You could only sleep for a couple hours and then you're back up doing other stuff. And there are many people that get this, that your sleeping hours and the way how you sleep and everything else totally changes after COVID. So just to give you guys a heads up if something like this does happen. That kind of scares me a little bit because of my sleep patterns just messed up, and in March with us doing that kind of makes sense then on some things. But guys, it's a good thing, bad thing. I am doing well. I am sad about my uncle, but I said my goodbyes. He's out of pain. They couldn't get the bleed to go away, and my uncle pretty much did this himself. The reason why I will say this is because he decided to take his feeding tube out on Monday. They had to go in for emergency surgery to fix the damage he did and to put the feeding tube back in. That is what I was not ready for when my dad told me that. Then they had to go that Tuesday. He did it again. He looked at him, shook his head no and his finger, and he said, no, you guys aren't putting it back in. He couldn't talk. He could move his arms and his head. That's about all he could move. And he didn't want that. He would be a vegetable for the most part, and he would have a feeding tube for the rest of his life. So his wife and his two kids and him decided that he just wanted all the machines off of him. They were allowed to have a couple people in the room. Like his wife was there, but like she had a job, so his son that is named after him was with him. Tuesday they took all the machines off of him, and this is where I wasn't ready. My cousin was there. They took all the machines. It took him 8 hours to go to God, but he was not himself. He was not by himself. A lot of this stuff with COVID, the people are by themselves or have nurse with them and not family. And they allowed his son to be there and hold his hand while he took his last breath. So there was peace in that, sort of it, that somebody he loved and that loved him was there with him. But that was the part I couldn't do. That's why I didn't want to do it at the beginning, and I'll do it at the end. But I want to thank everybody. There is an update. That is my update. You guys seen that? Don't look. So yeah, that is the update. I am trying to get the hauls. I have not done, I will say this, hardly any crafting yesterday, because I was watching Alicia's video about her 15 minutes with Misty. I seen what she did with them orange colored envelopes, and just, I'm like, I'm gonna play. So I took one of my cream color envelopes and gessoed it and played with watercolors and stamped. Yeah, that's what I did. And it's going to Donna Dreams ×3, because I have not, that's how my life has been. I haven't been able to mail this stuff, and I am mailing that today, this afternoon when I go get Zach. So that is the only crafting I do. So if you want to see that, you're going to have to go and check out Donna's thing in a couple days to see it, because I'm not going to show you guys. I'm going to let it be a surprise, and you guys don't know Donna, go and sub to her and, let's have our crafting community grow. Okay, guys, I am going on 15 minutes, which I do apologize, but I wanted to make sure you guys knew the updates, what was going on. There are a couple of people also that know that, you know, yes, I got a new kitten, but I have, one of my cats are missing. So we're praying that he comes home safely. He's been gone for 4 days. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you guys are doing well. If you have made it to the end of this video, I'm going to do a hidden giveaway right now. In the comments down below, it's just going to be a flat rack type of thing that I'm just going to mail to you. It could be planner stuff. It could be something, just something simple and easy for me to put in the mail next week. But down below, I want you to make a comment saying, I hope your cat is well, or I hope you, something about Marshall. Hope Marshall's okay. That's what I want you to say. I hope Marshall's okay. That's how I'm going to determine who has watched the video till the end. Hope Marshall is okay. Marshall is Zach's cat. So hope Marshall's okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching and have a good day. Have a good weekend.